In 1 year, South Bend will have a fully operational casino and tribal village, but there are still questions about what this will look like and what it means for you. Suzanne, there's of course a lot of people curious about this project.
Right, Rick. The Pokagon Band of Potawatomi Indians already operate 3 casinos in Michigan: Hartford, New Buffalo, and Dowagiac. This isn't just their first in Indiana. This is the first sovereign land granted in the entire state. So we traveled to Michigan to see what this final product will look like.
First time there's Indian country in the land of Indians, Indiana, in over 200 years.
Years that were void in history for the Pokagon Band of Potawatomi Indians. If a river could tell a story, for 200 years their history was washed away. Their communities once flourishing along the St. Joseph River.
See all the outside, they either had cattail mats or bark. You can roll all that up and take it with you.
While art depicts their struggle, Pokagon Chairman John Warren says that the stories come from the faces of those who experienced it.
In a way, Indiana is home because I lived there for so many years.
Terry Barber is living through a new chapter of Pokagon history. She found her new home on the Dowagiac Reservation, but for 40-something years, her Pokagon heritage was a mystery.
I actually lived in Elkhart for most of my life. I was born in Dowagiac and adopted by a family in Elkhart, adopted out of my Indian family.
In 1999, that changed when her adopted parents died.
I decided to start searching for my birth family.
She found them and discovered she was one of 13 in her Pokagon family.
It put a lot of the pieces to the puzzle together, answered a lot of questions for me, things that I had been curious about and wondered about.
She's now partially retired, but is considering a move to the South Bend property. Dowagiac is the main property for the Pokagon Band of Potawatomi Indians. What you see here is similar to what South Bend's property will look like. The homes, like Terry's, will mirror ones going up in South Bend. They're starting with 6, but could build up to 44. There will be a community center for Pokagon citizens. There will also be a health center similar to Dowagiac's with doctors and dentists, all the way down to a fitness center for the tribe's members.
We wouldn't do it if it wasn't a need.
There are more than 5,000 Pokagon members. 600 live in Indiana. Chairman John Warren said they didn't pick the South Bend location by accident.
Each area has a certain individual characteristic to it, but as a whole, I think we all have the same goal in mind. Work here, play here, and live here.
Going down. When people play at the casino, it's pumping money to the Pokagon Band, and some of that is cashed into the local economy. Before the South Bend land was taken into federal trust, these plots generated at least $25,000 in property tax revenue. But the other 3 Pokagon casinos in Michigan cashed in an average of $1.9 million to their local communities in 2015. The city of South Bend could see a similar amount. Beginning in 2019, the city will receive 2% of profits and about $5 million to local organizations.
We think that the local communities deserve to enhance their communities and also offset any costs or any losses of taxes that they would incur.
The South Bend property is a start to fill a void for Pokagon citizens like Terry, who want to unite their heritage with a feeling of familiarity.
In a way, I consider Indiana home, and to me, in a sense, it would be going back home.
The land where you'll see the village and casino is federal trust land. That basically means our rules and laws no longer apply. It's their land, their police force, and their court system. We dig into what you should know before going on that property tonight at 11.